this gang has seized multiple apartment complexes. Apparently that it's 3, because I heard the mayor talking about it. He admitted that it was 3. And they set off a wave of violent crime throughout the town. By the way, Aurora, Colorado only has like around 390,000 people, and it's only 21 minutes away from Denver. It's not like, guys, this is out in the middle of nowhere, all right? So they take over the apartment complexes. They kick out the staff. They threaten them with violence. Then they move their own people in within hours, and the tenants that stayed there, they charge them rent, Amy. Like, guys, this isn't like a joke. This is real deal invasion type crap. And I want to show you guys a video of this gang going into somebody's apartment and literally taking it over. Connor, please play the clip. AR-15, gun. I guess this is the manager. Look, like the manager of the gang. Look. Bro, 1, 2, 3, 4. Dude, look at this. Are you freaking kidding me? This is, by the way, this is the United States. This isn't in Venezuela, okay? This is here. Connor, you can stop it. Do you guys want to know what I would do? Guys, I'm not even trying to be funny right now. Do you have any idea what I would have done if I was inside that apartment, if it was me? I would have gotten cover, and I have thousands and thousands of rounds. Every single person that came into my apartment would have been shot and killed. Beautiful. Period. End of story. Call the National Guard, because it's war, okay? By the way, I live by myself. I know exactly where to hide cover, and I would shoot every single one of these people that comes in there. Like, are you kidding me? Like, are you nuts?
How do you get them in the apartment?
No, what I mean, they're walking through the front door. Let me explain something to you. Everybody's tough till that one shot and one of them gets hit with a bullet and it's over. Okay, but okay, so besides them taking over apartments and charging people rent, they're sex trafficking girls. They're carjacking and robbing people. Yeah, Rob, there's 2 other videos that I'm not going to show of them running into jewelry stores, like 20 people, and ransacking it. And what do you guys think? Do you guys think the FBI, local law enforcement are getting involved?
I think they love it.
They absolutely, and I'm going to get you with that, Brandon. No law enforcement, nobody's involved. The local media is ignoring it as if it's not happening. The landlord of one of the apartment complexes called the FBI, called the U.S. Marshals, called everybody, and guess what they said? We can't do anything about it. Like,
what
guys,
do you mean?
Exactly what I said. What do you mean?
They need this the United States.
No, but it's Aurora, Colorado. By the way, do you know how far Aurora, Colorado is from the border? 800 miles, I think. If somebody could check, I think it's like 700 to 800 miles.
Yeah.
How the hell are they getting there? All right.
What's the plan? They just give up. We're not gonna.
They
do
just
anything.
give up.
That's it.
But because it's like low rent housing, dude. These people, this one mother was like, I can't even. My kids, my family. They put a Save Our Souls thing, so if somebody flies over, that they could see it in the apartment complex. What's that area like in the middle of the like not atrium?
Courtyard.
It's like a courtyard. They put Save Our Souls help. Like these, and nobody's helping, bro.
Put a distress sign in the.
Yeah, they put a distress sign, Brandon. I'm not even joking, bro. Like, and by the way, let's be clear of why this is happening. This is what happens when you have that sanctuary city BS. I'm not gonna cuss, even though it's right on the tip of my tongue. And this is what they flood. They open up the floodgates for these criminals. And mind you, the Colorado's woke governor, Jared Polis. This guy is a beaut. If we could get to the, by the way, Bob, he dismissed. This is what he dismissed the reports of this invasion. And before I want to get to you, Humberto, guys, this is who the governor of Colorado is. He's singing a song, and I want you guys to see this.
Feliz Navidad.
Oh, look.
Feliz Navidad.
Look at these.
Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad.
You could come and take over apartments.
Vinny,
and then what?
If he's willing to do that in public and record it, imagine the sick, twisted shit they have on him for blackmail. He's probably hogtied and being pegged somewhere on camera.
Let me say something to you. Since we don't know, if I had to assume, that guy would be the one that they're like, hey, listen, we have video of you, do this, this, and this. But by the way, I'm going to give a little bit of credit, Rob. The mayor is Mayor Mike Kaufman. He's been somewhat honest about the situation. He did an interview 2 days ago, and he said, in regard to these migrants, he goes, someone put them there and somebody funded it. Whether it's federal government or not, he confirmed that the gang, Tren de Aragua, has given orders to its members to start attacking police officers. Okay, and guys, you got to thank President Maduro from Venezuela. Thank you, Maduro emptying the prisons, sending them all the people here. We've talked about this with you. And then, Joe Biden, Alejandro Mayorkas, Kamala Harris, the borders are. This is all on them. I don't know if anybody's been killed. There's probably, people that are missing. And Brandon, we talked about this before. I think it's all by design. You cause chaos, you cause disorder, you cause mayhem, and then the government has to get involved. Is that basically? You talk about globalism. I think that's it,
Yeah,
right?
the goal number one is to erode national pride and destroy our constitution. Because if they water down our culture and our national pride, then it's easier to implement globalism. And that's exactly what they're doing. It's not logical for our politicians and police not to be outraged by this, and the fact that our media is not talking about it, that people aren't talking about it, it's part of the plan.
Yeah, I agree.
Vinny, Tren de Agua is a problem from the bottom of Chile, like next to Antarctica, all the way to Denver.
Yeah.
Like him dismissing this, it pisses me off. Like I've seen them live.
Yeah.
I know what they look like. I know where they're from.
Are they I'm pretty sure that they're dangerous as shit. Do they kill? Are they murderers?
They're the most murderous gang.
It's their number one
to
trait.
ever come out of Venezuela. They're the worst.
Holy
the worst
shit.
of the worst. They run drugs. They run guns. They run women.
Everything.
They take over neighborhoods everywhere in Argentina, in Chile. They take over neighborhoods. They go fight other gangs when they arrive in the country,
Oh, shoot.
which is a good thing, kind of. I don't know, but they're the worst of the worst. And these people here, like they don't have a chance with
done.
this leadership
Nope.
to do anything about it. They're gonna take over the city. I'm calling it. Right now.
I believe it.
I
Amy, what do you think?
100%.
I was just going to say, no wonder people are fleeing and everybody's coming to either Florida, they're going to Texas, all of these other places. The thing that I'm concerned about is, are these guys going to try to bring their liberal policies with them? Are they going to try to implement the exact same thing here? Because they're running away from it now because they're experiencing it. The heat index of the issue is very high because it's right in front of their faces. But if they come over here and try to implement the same policies, who's to say the same thing couldn't happen here?
And Amy, this isn't these aren't isolated incidents. Like, think about it. We had the Venezuelan guys in New York beating the crap out of New York police officers, getting released the next day, and then doing this to all
to
of
the
us.
camera.
To doing
Yeah.
that to all of us. To all the I don't want to say the R word, but you guys know exactly what I'm talking about because they're sexually assaulting women, murdering them, young girls. They're doing all this crap, and it's like nobody. Where's the uproar? And that the only explanation, Brandon, is what you're talking about. Is like it's all by design to ruin the fabric of our society.
Think about this. This tells you everything you need to know. So I've talked to countless people who have immigrated here illegally and people who are trying to do that. It's a daunting process to try to
Almost
immigrate.
impossible.
Yeah, to try to do it legally to come from South America to here. And then once you do obtain that status, you have to pay taxes. You have to follow the law. It's actually a net loss for you financially. But if you do it illegally, you get the world given to you. You get, California is giving people the opportunity to have a house with zero down payment with ridiculously low monthly payments. You get an automatic money given to you and automatic housing if you cross illegally. So that says it all right there.
And technically, it's not illegal according to Kamala Harris, right?
Well,
What
no.
she was saying recently, it's not
they're
illegal to cross the. It's not illegal to be an illegal immigrant. Like
She
what?
literally-
that
she-
sentence.
she said
unto
that.
itself is just so ludicrous.
and-
It's so
and
ridiculous.
what you were saying, that these people are fleeing from the violence because they're cowards. Like if they allow this to happen,
Yeah.
they're cowards. They elect cowards. They run their city like cowards, and then when shit hits the fan, they move to another city. And what you're saying, like if they're gonna bring their liberal policies here, it's on all of us to regulate. Like every time I see a guy driving around with a California license, I go like roll down the window, roll down the window.
Yeah.
I was like, not here.
Yeah,
This is Florida.
no.
Go back to California.
Yeah.
That's what it
Rob,
is.
Rob, what do you think, Rob?
Well, you look at the Venezuelan crime rates, and I pulled this up from Statista. I'm sorry, Connor, I didn't send this to you, but I just take my word and Statista's word for it. You can actually see a huge, if you want to zoom in
Yeah,
here.
stay right there.
That is a huge amount of murders. The murder rate drops starting in 2019 per 100,000 inhabitants. It's at 60.3. You fast forward to 2023, it is a third of that almost at 26.8. So you got to wonder if all of these crimes, these murders have drastically reduced, what could be one of the reasons why there's a lower murder rate in Venezuela today as opposed to 4 years ago? Because of the open border in the United States in which these people, these criminals, are flooding over into our country. And it's no longer like, I honestly, I know you guys are arguing about policy. I got to be honest. Are we 8 minutes in? I could give a fuck about policy. I care about security, and nobody's doing shit for it. And you get Kamala Harris on stage, and we'll play clips of it and coming up in just a few minutes. But that woman has zero answers for how to fix any of the problems that we have. And there are still retards out there going, well, I'm going to vote for her because I think a woman should have the right to choose and have an abortion. That's really the number one issue that Americans are facing, because if you look at this, look, these people that were here are now here, and that's why that number dipped. So I'm more worried about my wife, my mother, my parents, Brandon, Connor, the people that I work with, care about, and love. I'm more worried about their security than I am about fucking people coming in the country and changing our policy. I don't think
And Rob, you know what drives me crazy? The people that are making all these policies and open boarded, all of them from the top down, none of this affects them. You think these people are in Aurora at an apartment complex that's low income?
They have a problem with a wall because they say walls are racist and we shouldn't have them. But then if you look at the DNC 2 weeks ago, they literally had a fence around the place, not allowed. And did you guys see the video of the guy that tried to sneak an illegal migrant into the DNC?
Yeah.
And they wouldn't let him anywhere near the building. But it's okay for us to have to deal with that, but not them.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And I don't know, did you guys hear what happened in California? Because, and again, I keep saying this, guys and gals, it's not an isolated incident. It's slowly starting to get worse and worse. And I'm going to make a comment at the end about UK, which is beyond cooked. The UK is on one of those spits, and it's just cooked. It's just
burnt.
constantly it's burnt. It's burnt. But in California, I'm going to show, if Connor could show this, a group of 20 illegal aliens tried to hijack 2 buses full of elementary school children.
At what point does somebody go, hey, this is clearly a problem? Now it's not only is it affecting adults, right?
Yeah.
Imagine the poor kids. We look at, what would we do in this scenario if those migrants broke into our apartment complex? What about the kids that live in that apartment complex, and having these people storm into their apartment and terrifying them, and now these people storming onto a bus or attempting to?
Rob, they tried, and it's on the Highway 94 because it's near San Diego. They tried to get. Think about this, Rob. God forbid your kids are on a bus and 20 migrants blocked the freeway, and the bus driver, thank God, drove around. Like, think about the crisis, the hostage, whatever. Who knows what the hell they're trying to do? Thank God the bus driver thought on his feet and went around. But at least 3 migrants walked in the middle of the highway and tried to stop the bus. Can you show this clip really quick, Connor? I want look at this.
To board a school bus this morning while it was traveling to a school. The superintendent for the Humul del Zura Union School District informed parents of that incident earlier today. It happened at one of the stops on the school district's bus route that heads to Oak Grove Middle School and Humul Primary. Meanwhile, yesterday afternoon, in a similar area along another route, the superintendent says that a group of migrants tried to stop another bus. Border Patrol, CHP, and the Sheriff's Office have now been informed of these incidents. The superintendent says that for the safety of everyone, if a driver sees a group of migrants at a bus stop, they will drive past it and move on to the next.
Let me explain something to you. And again, it's at the point where the government, your government, isn't doing anything, and they don't care. Okay? We're worried about helping every other freaking country. And I'm telling you right now, guys, and I'm telling you, this is another plan, Brandon. They want us to take it into our own hands. Once that happens, because think about, bro, we're talking about UK is cooked, right? It's starting to spread. It started with all that stuff. Once it gets to the point where, like, people, like, if I was a bus driver, I'm driving over every single one of those people. Yeah. Hands down, you're not protecting me. I'll be damned if I'm going to get in trouble, too. Just like the apartment complex. Guys, I not only have an AR-15 with countless bullets, I'm taking everybody out. Dude, the FBI, how about this? Let's not even go there. The local law enforcement won't show up to help low-income people protect their lives and their kids. Rob, you said it, and this lady, like I said, interviewed, and she's like, what am I going to do? I have a 2-year-old. I'm scared to bring him outside the house. He can't even go to school. It's unfreaking believable, and I'm telling you guys right now, for the people out there, I know the majority of our viewers are conservative, and you guys actually are awake. For anybody that's watching this, the haters, that in your head, you're like, Kamala and women, and you are an idiot. Like, this is what you are voting for because she's the border czar. This is what they want to keep doing. You keep voting for people like that, or if you vote for that, that's exactly what you're going to get.
But the thing is, people don't understand because there's Spanish-speaking people, there's South Americans, and there's people from the Caribbean region.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get a lot of heat for this, but those gangs, they're worse than the Taliban. They have no regard for human life.
Like MS-13?
No.
Oh,
like MS-13,
yeah.
like Tren de Aragua. They have no, like, they could kill in cold blood a baby. They don't care about human life. They do not care about human life. I repeat, like, if they come up to your neighborhood or you hear about them, you need to call law enforcement immediately. They're the worst of the
But
worst.
they're not going to do anything.
They're not going to do it. Even the people that migrated first, it happened in Chile. People, Venezuelans, wonderful people.
Yeah.
That when the Maduro situation got really bad, they went to Chile first, and then this guys followed. Like after 2 or 3 years,
Yeah.
and when this type of migrant, not the original Venezuelan, when this type of migrant comes in, your country's cooked. They're the
Finished.
worst. You're finished.
Finish. And brother, go ahead, Brendan. I'll go to you, Amy, then I'm going to
The
close.
biggest problem with all of this, though, is that we cannot stay focused on outrage. Like, we can't focus our outrage and stay concentrate on an issue for more than a few days. Like, I literally said to Humberto yesterday, Nancy Pelosi accidentally admitted that she's a reptilian, but I swear to God, if she turned into a fucking reptilian by accident on camera, the entire world would forget about within 5 days.
Dude, you make a great point.
That's like the most hopeless thing I could think of.
Do you guys remember? Oh, who was the guy that was eating the burgers raw?
Schumer.
Chuck
Schumer.
Chuck Schumer's grilling burgers raw, and he just, the way he looked like he was a split second away from shedding his human skin and exposing the evil reptile that he is.
Let me
But if he did, though, how fast would we forget about it? Like, I'm serious.
Very quick.
Well, he'd have a CBS pilot. He'd have a TV show coming up next week. My crazy lizard. And then Americans would be like, he should have a reality show. I love it.
Rob, my crazy reptilian congressman. Whoa. Well, I feel it from him. I feel it from Pelosi. I feel it from, dude, when I see Gavin Newsom and his slimy skin, it almost feels like he's uncomfortable being in the human form that he is. I think he is a snake. I think he's disgusting. And I say this over and over and over. Guys, there's positive, there's God, there's love. Don't think for 2 seconds that there's not evil. Evil has a face, and those are the freaking people that have it. What's up, everybody? Vincent Oshana here. If you want to see me and the entire Valuetainment crew, we will be at the Vault Conference September 4th through the 7th at the Palm Beach Convention Center, hosted by none other than Patrick Bet-David and featuring Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Guys, this is the place to be. If you are an entrepreneur and you want to level up, do not miss this opportunity. This is the best place to network. If you want tickets, go to thevaultconference.com. Do not waste time. This thing is going to sell out, and I will see you guys there. Peace and love. So if you like this clip, click right here. And if you want to see more like it, click right here. Stay angry, Patriots.